Hey, you know the only thing better than the Winter Classic?
Clay's Corner.
All right, we're getting to Clay's Corner.
Fancy, too.
And today we are going to talk about the individuals with the most on the line, the final 3 games of the season. And there's something to play for here, guys. There's not much left. And my honorable mention is Rome Odunze. He's 5th among all rookie receivers in receiving yards right now, but he still has something to prove. If Keenan Allen leaves, he's got to be a big-time premier receiving option next year.
When Keenan Allen leaves.
When Keenan Allen leaves, he's got to have a prominent role. And then Braxton Jones and Kieran Amagaji, you want to see more from them leading into next season. If they want to have a chance to be the left tackles, you got to show me more. Kieran Amagaji has a bad taste in his mouth. He went to bed without brushing his teeth, and he woke up and the taste is
like Dave Campbell.
He's got to get that. He's got to get a brush in. He's got to get a brush in.
Yeah.
But we're going to start here with Thomas Brown. He's got a lot at stake. I mean, look here. Win-loss, 0-2, 25 points scored, 68 points allowed, 5 of 22 on third down. This is on his resume, David. This is important 3 games here. He can get 3 wins here to bring his team back. Teams will maybe still interview him for a head coaching job, an offensive coordinator job. But if this thing keeps tanking, it's going to be hard for him to get in front of another team.
He's not going to become a head coach after this. An offensive coordinator, definitely he has a possibility. I don't think he recovers from this in this hiring cycle.
Yeah, but I think in the future we might see him back. But number 2, you guys guessed it, Ryan Poles. My man's got a lot to prove right here. 14-34 win-loss record. Hired Matt Eberflus. We know how that went. Oversaw the Shane Waldron hire. We know how that went. Signed Nate Davis. We know how that went. Traded the 32nd overall pick for Chase Claypool. That's basically a first-round pick. And listen to this one, David. How do you feel about the Montez Sweat trade for a second pick, the 40th overall pick, to get Montez Sweat?
I still had to make that one. That's on the pros.
Smart GMs value talent over picks, proven talent over picks.
For
They're always going to take that.
Still rebuilding, giving away a second-round pick
Montez
when a guy was going to be a
in
free
the pros
agent.
Column. I do.
Okay,
and also
Jonathan Bernard.
But they're hired and retained Matt Eberflus.
Yes,
because hiring him was one thing. Bringing him back this year
was a travesty.
That was the worst.
The problem is it's going to be tough for Ryan Poles to fix whatever he is happening right now, right?
Absolutely.
In these last 3 games.
Absolutely. So these are some tough last games. If he can prove that he can get some wins, and listen to this.
How about this? Sign a fullback.
He has the 2 longest losing streaks in Chicago Bears history. He's got to snap the losing streak.
Okay.
He can't go in with the longest longest losing streaks in Bears history. Come on now, in number 1, we all know.
Who's number 1?
Caleb Williams. Come on, he's got to show that he's on an 8-game winning streak, that he can win a game. He's got to get that completion percentage above 60. He's got to get the passing yards up. Touchdown interceptions look good, but throw the ball down the field. Caleb Williams has got to show that he can get the ball out on time, that he hasn't been damaged by this offensive line, that he can still complete some passes, that he can throw the ball accurately, and he's got these last 3 games to do it. As a player going into the offseason, if you go in with success, it gives you confidence to build towards next season. You can't wait to be back in next season. If you go in on some bad games, you're like, man, I'm not looking forward to this offseason. So it is huge for Caleb Williams.
Great stuff.
Well done, Clay. Your presentation, it was just as good as your promo.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Also, shout out to our graphics department for that Clay's Corner graphic.
Yeah,
Stunning.
Got a graphic.
Stunning. We love it. You in
Clay.
the end zone.
You delivered.
All right, we have some comments from Twitter that we want to get to. From you put this out on Twitter. You wanted to see what some of our viewers and fans think.
What our viewers
Let's take a look. Well, who has the most at stake at the entire Bears organization during these final 3 games? Who you got?
Let's see.
Any defensive player.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
That. Defense is bad.
Keenan Allen playing for that next contract, also true.
I don't think he's getting that here.
Well, somewhere.
Maybe.
Doug Kramer.
Yeah, poor Doug Kramer.
Poor Doug.
Unplug the mini fridge.
Ryan Poles and anybody on that offensive line for starters.
I think there might be 4 new starters next year, David. What do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I think Darnell Wright is the only guy safe, the only guy I'd bring back.
Yeah, Tevin just hasn't been able to stay healthy.
Tevin Jenkins is on the injury report again.
I think we give Ryan Bates another shot, maybe give up another 5th-round draft pick for
You
him.
think so? Okay, you're hired. Stay in the corner.
Thomas Brown, if he wants a job anywhere in the NFL, I agree. He's got to show that he can get some wins and that he's a guy that can still call a game from the field.
Thanks, Clay.